Hi, this is Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This is a battle on the Fisherman's Bay map, and we're following jumphonner from one of our clan. If you find your screen is jumping in and out, that's because you're watching jumphonner. We'll try not to make you seasick. Anyway, Jumpy's in the T29 top tier tank in this battle, and he's heading towards the center of the map where mediums and lights go rather than into town. So he might give a bit of a surprise to what he finds there. Now, the T29, as you're probably familiar, it's got a very strong front turret armor and good gun depression, as most American tanks do, so they're ideal for plating on ridge lines like this. So T34-85 has spotted the Rudy, which is the same equivalent tank, and Jumpy's just lining him up, puts a big hit in, and it gets destroyed by the Type 58 behind Jumpy. Now Jumpy's obviously been lit. It's a Crusader there, which is a tier 6 with a small gun, so only just a bit of a pew gun, but he's just must have gone through the frontal plate there. So he's still lit at this point, and yeah, he's lit, and there's an IS there on the side of the town. You just might regret sitting where he is. Jumpy puts in a return shot, and we'll see if he can finish him off at all. Where's he gone? He's just behind a building there. Okay, he's put in a hit there to track him, and can he keep him there? No, okay, side scraping a bit. Is he going to make a mistake? Well, if he does, he'll get punished. I think that shot just probably went into the building. A bit hard to see sometimes the outlines in replay mode, so but it looks like he's behind the edge of that building. Anyway, as long as Jumpy stays unlit, the IS probably won't know exactly where he is, so it's just got to be careful here. There's an ARL 44 there, which is another tier 6 tank, and a bit of a squishy tank, so that'll be nice for him to see. Okay, there's the Crusader, hasn't seen Jumpy yet. Jumpy gets in a big hit there, so he's just ticked over to 1,000 hit points of damage. Now Jumpy's got a mission running, which is the sturdy armor one, which is requiring him to block 3 times the hit points of his vehicle. I'm not really sure that's going to happen in this match, but we'll keep an eye on that if he does get close to that target. As you can see, he's only blocked 375 so far, but he also, I think he has to do another 2,500 damage or so. Anyway, just keeping an eye on here. He's got a little bit of spotting damage on the Crusader. That looks like not just the heavy tanks, but also the AT-15A, which is a very strong frontal armoured tank destroyer. I think the British made that for pushing hard through enemy lines. But okay, so he's found the ARL 44, and he's just checking his sides just to make sure he doesn't get flanked. Okay, there's a VK, puts a big hit in there, immediately turns around to angle a bit. The VK doesn't seem to have noticed him, even though it's been lit, and the VK is continuing to face forward. The ARL puts in a shot, but just using HE, so again, sometimes players don't really make wise choices, I should say, of what shells they should use. So he could have done better perhaps with an APCR round. But I suppose any shot that pins is worth shooting, unless you've got a better choice there. So anyway, Jumpy's keeping an eye on the town, both to see whether he can get targets there to get more damage, or whether he's exposed to their fire. He's in a bit of a vulnerable position there, guys. That VK still doesn't seem to be aware of jumphonner, and he puts another hit into there, and he's just waiting to see whether he can punish that IS again. Now he's lit now. What is that from? Okay, well there is a Hellcat there. Now where's that Hellcat? Okay, he's behind the building now, but he might have been poking out. Can he get a line on him? Doesn't look like it. So potentially something else lit him up, but not quite sure what at this stage. Anyway, his team is slightly ahead, got 3 tanks up on the enemy, and looks like Jumpy's taking a bit of risk here to come around and perhaps find that ARL. What is the ARL doing? Okay, well, there's an 88 there. That's interesting, but no, he's a bit too far away. Actually, he's on the other side of the map. There's that IS. Can you get a shot on him? Lines him up. Yes, takes out the IS, so that removes one threat and gets him up to 2,000 hit points of damage. So far he's not making much progress on his bouncing score, but yeah, not sure what's going to happen there. Okay, there's the ARL, puts in a shot on him and just pulls back straight away before the ARL has time to react. Now he's still lit, so coming around this side of the building, he'll still be basically looking at him. Gets another shot in though. The ARL is just not seeming to get an angle on Jumpy. Maybe he's just seeing the top of his turret, but he certainly hasn't seemed to have fired. And Jumpy gets another shot in on him. And, but obviously he's been lit all that time, and the Hellcat's managed to get around on him. But the Hellcat might now be exposed, which he is. He bounces off him. Can he get a shot back on him? He certainly does. So a bit of payback there. Jumpy's now on nearly 3,500 damage. Maybe one more shot and he will be. And the Hellcat's behind a building. They're not showing much of him. The team is now 4 tanks up. And Jumpy's leading the way. Now Jumpy's got 2 marks of excellence on this tank, I think. So he's obviously been playing this tank well for quite a while. And getting good damage output, so he's using it well at the moment, that's for sure. Now, coming down the line here, there's a whole bunch of tank destroyers on the other side of the field, so wise move for him to duck down behind the ridges here. So you can see the mod I'm running basically keeps the light on for the 10 seconds that you're basically exposed for. So it looks like they've dealt with all of the tanks on that side of the map, and he's heading around now to probably the red line to try and get basically below the ridge that runs along the side there. You can just see this red line that he's about to cross, or this path. So it drops down below here, and you can basically get below that, keep basically hidden until you get about towards visual range of the tanks around the buildings, where you can see all those spotted tanks were last time they were seen. So he will pop up and basically just show his turret, and let's see if that's strong enough to withstand the tanks. There is an SU-100Y there, which potentially can do a bit of damage. Now they've spotted the 88. Has he got an outline? He said he does, and got a side shot on him, so which is good. One shot and that 88 is gone, and this is all firing standard ammunition, so it just shows you the strength there. Now, E25 there, fast firing gun, and looks like he's already firing APCR. Hellcat takes out the T150, so that is another Hellcat from the one that was seen earlier. And the E25 takes out the Tiger P, so Jumpy's now just got 1 tank with him for support, but there is a Hellcat in the middle, and then there's the SU-152. But Hellcat's taken out now ARL-44. So yeah, taking a bit of a toll on the team. That's reduced the gap to 2 tanks. And Jumpy's just being a bit cautious here. First of all, he doesn't want to be lit. I think he wants to see where that E25 is. And in fact, any of them, if you can get them lit by the tanks that are pushing look very cautiously down the one line, they might get exposed and also be turning around to face the tanks coming from the one line, give him side shots. So good idea to just be a little bit patient here and not just drive straight across the field. Okay, so there's the SU-100Y. Can he get a line on him? No, he's got no outline there, but looks like the SU-100's been taken out. There's the E25. E25 again facing the threat direction where he was. You know, he's just turning around to face where he just got shot from, but Jumpy's basically got him lit up. If you can track him properly, it's not as fast as a wheeled vehicle, certainly, or as nimble, but still pretty quick, but he manages to finish him off. So Jumpy is up to 4 kills now. He has been lit, and that would have been by the E25. And there goes the Hellcat. There's really only 1 tank left now, the Super Chaffee, who's just got a fairly low alpha gun and goes down to the mighty jumphonner. So 4,159 hit points worth of damage. Let's see what that turns into. So after all that effort. First class mastery badge. We'll have a look at that in a second. Steel wall for blocking 980. Actually, I didn't notice all that blocking damage there, but in the end, yeah, but didn't get close to the target that he needed for the mission. But he did get the high caliber award and the tank sniper award as well. He also completed some missions there, which gave him the bonds. 1317 base experience. Now, Jumpy, when he sent this to me, was what do you have to do to ace this tank? And that's a very good question. Perhaps one more damaging shot or one more kill would have just taken him over the line. But it's hard to tell what the line is these days. Tanks get played when people tell them that's a great tank. A lot more better players might play it, which puts the bar up. Anyway, top damage right across the team. 18 shots fired, 16 connected. There were a couple of blind shots there into buildings we saw. 14 of the hits penetrated. Anyway, good use of ammunition there. He made a very good profit with some boosters there. And he's obviously got some bonuses on the experience as well. Anyway, great game, Jumpy. I would like to see more from that. Cheers.